Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Yeah, baby.
Ooh,
yeah, baby.
Virginia's eating or drinking something gross.
Yep.
I'm trying to drink some hot soup for my throat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm falling apart.
What kind of soup you got?
It's a hot wonton soup.
Oh, wonton.
She's drinking it like a drink.
I am. I'm just drinking it like a drink.
Okay.
Chugging it. It just feels so nice on my throat. You know, when your throat's sore,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
nothing better than hot soup.
I'll tell you what you need. You need some salt and warm water and gargle that 5 times. I'm telling you, it'll knock that thing right out.
What do you think's in chicken broth?
No, you're doing it wrong. You got to do it with the salt.
Yeah.
Gargle.
It's really a salty soup, so it's good for that.
Gargle, though.
I did that the other day. It really didn't do that much difference.
Really?
I did the gargling with hot salt water. I was like, I don't know.
Are you getting sick or did you blow your voice out?
Both.
Okay.
So one is leading into another,
Got ya.
you know?
Uh-huh.
When your immune is down. At least
Right.
when I'm weak, that's when it just gets me.
Oh, I hear you. It's crazy. It's nasty stuff, Virginia. Got some interesting emails here today. One coming from Tatty. She had actually texted us earlier. I was telling you about her Ouija board story on the regular show today.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a little bit more about it. She said, I'm the one who wrote in about the green burning Ouija board.
Yes.
We're talking about whether or not a 9-year-old has any business dabbling around with a Ouija board. I had a couple that had a disagreement about it. One said it's, made by Parker Brothers. Come on, it's a game. It's silly. And then other people were saying, oh, I don't know. It opens up a gateway. You don't want your 9-year-old or anybody. You don't even want your 19-year-old doing that.
It opens up gateways to hell.
Yes. It's kind of what they were saying. She said, let me start off by saying that I am a psychic intuitive, and at the time I played with the board, I was a practicing Wiccan. There were 4 of us, one of them being my fiance at the time. The board we used was not a Parker Brothers board, but a real wood, extremely old Ouija board that we bought at a thrift shop, and even the planchette, the letter reader, was made of wood.
Oh, wow.
What came out of the board that night was definitely not good, and it scared us to death. We even closed out the session with the goodbye that you're supposed to do to close it, but the entity was already let out. We thought that by burning the board, we could get rid of it. But the board only flamed green and would not even burn with lighter fluid.
Oh, no. That is horrifying.
We got rid of the board by dumping it in a trash dumpster, but the spirit was already out. The house that we had played at started having supernatural activity, and our friends moved out within 2 weeks due to the activity and being scared. You don't imagine TVs and lights turning on and off and doors creeping open by themselves. And since that day, I do not mess with anything that can bring over spirits because you never know what you're going to get.
I think there's a wood that does not burn, that does produce a green type of smoke. Mm-hmm. I think it's called holly or some weird wood.
It's very possible. Maybe that was the explanation for it.
And again, I'm not trying to discredit anybody, but I think we have to at least try to disprove so we can prove.
We did have a scary call today, though. The one person that had said that they did it and they had the black shadowy figure that came out of the board and it was standing in their closet.
That's horrifying.
And she was talking about this spirit she kept seeing in her nightmares, and her friend is looking and saying, yeah, it's actually, I hate to break it to you, but it's standing right behind you. Crazy. This email about Robert the Doll from Kat. She said, I'm a day behind your show. I was listening to Robert the Doll's story, and I went to go see him, and I chickened out when it came time to take a picture. And my brother wouldn't even stay in the same room as the doll, and he waited for me in the gift shop because you're supposed to ask Robert for permission.
Right.
And if you don't, then apparently he will haunt you or curse you or whatever.
What if you go in there and taunt, hey, Robert the Doll, fuck you. Like, what if you, because I'm sure someone's done that before.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's just the thing whether you believe
They
into
walk
it or
out
not.
of the museum and immediately get hit by one of those people on a scooter and die.
Yeah.
You wouldn't mess with that at all. If you had a bunch of your buddies and you just wanted to kind of make them laugh, you wouldn't be like, fuck you, Robert the Doll. Come on, kiss my ass. You would never do that.
Well, in Key West, especially all the people that are drunk go wandering in there. Sure, it happens a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
But on the walls surrounding Robert are all the letters of people apologizing for not asking his permission or thanking him for not haunting them and letting them get a picture. So, yeah, they'll put down specifically bad things that happened after they came to see him and said, please release me from the curse.
So
My
they
life's been
visit
ruined.
back. It's almost like the movie Big, where he gets the spell put on him. And he's got to try to find the the thing that put the spell on him to reverse it.
The doll's about 110 years old, I believe, and they say supposedly Robert the doll's hair is going white as he ages as well.
What?
I want to believe.
That's creepy.
It is creepy, but you can manipulate that. You could totally dye a hair if you wanted to have the folklore continue. I mean, they're making money on Robert the Doll.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to obviously make Robert the Doll creepy as fuck. They're going to say, we think Robert the Doll was breathing today.
Yeah, the better the stories, the more people are likely going to come and see him.
It's Fantasy Fest right now. I bet you people are going down by the hundreds to see him.
Let's make a pact right now. We all go to see Robert the Doll when we go down to the Keys.
Yeah, I would go.
Take a picture with him.
Yeah.
Ask permission or not?
I asked permission. All right, I'm not gonna.
Okay, I will be the one that does not ask for, and I'll even taunt him.
But we won't even be able to tell.
Jay-Burn.
You come home, he'll fall down the stairs putting up hurricane shutters.
Brother, I'm doing good. You'll know. You will know.
No, we won't.
You will, because there'll be a darkness about me.
You always have chaos.
But I have chaos, and I'm laughing about it. It's when I come in here, and I'm like, I fell down my stairs. Ugh, I want blood.
I want blood.
I got this email from Justin. He said, I am from and currently live in St. Louis, Missouri. Halloween is a fun time around here. Cooler Canadian air sweeps in from the northwest. The trees change colors, and the leaves fall off. Our local afternoon drive time radio show, The Dave Glover Show, hosts its annual Halloween special.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, but The Exorcist actually took place about 15 miles away from my house. The 1970s movie is based around the book that was written about the events that took place in Belnor, Missouri. Got an article about it here, about the creepy-ass house. And there were lots of fucked up things that took place there and many paranormal investigations. Yeah, I saw a list. Google Maps had it today of the 31 most haunted places in America. And a lot of the places that they had on the map were like from the Midwest, the Northeast for some reason. And, you know, maybe.
Northeast seems to have a lot of them.
Yeah, because it was that old-timey period. Something about all you have to do is add in like brick.
Yes. And say something from
Colonial.
And yeah, 1800s or anything like that.
The weather certainly helps.
Yes.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff just kind of makes it even extra creepy.
It's too like vacationy and happy in Florida. It's not as easy to think of this place as spooky.
But I've seen some scary movies, and I kind of think when a murder occurs in the daytime where some guy just walks up with an axe, that's more horrifying than nighttime. Because nighttime, you're like, all right, it's nighttime, he's hiding. Daytime, you're like, this son of a bitch is so brazen.
You expect to get murdered at night.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I agree with myself.
You agree with you. That's good to hear. Yeah, they've got this map that covers kind of like all the haunts. And, yeah, you've got a lot of places like in the Illinois area, Indiana, all that kind of stuff. There's they put an exceptional amount there. And then, like I said, up like Baltimore, Maryland, the Western Cemetery that they've got there. They've got the house in Amityville that he's talking about. And that's what it's all supposed to be about. But
that's a big one.
Yeah, is that house haunted, or did the real story really happen?
Well,
in Missouri,
it depends on who you talk to, Kev. There's always a different story. I believe the one in Amityville really did happen.
Yeah, Amityville's a real town because it's right next to where my dad grew up, Massapequa Park.
Yeah,
and the people that investigated that, I believe it's the Lutzes. Is that the name? They are real, and they're like legit in the ghost world. I mean, that's the Beatles or Drake for psychics.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, the only one that they have listed in South Florida is one that I'll be talking about when we talk about the local houses, and it's the Stranahan House in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
He was one of the founding fathers of Fort Lauderdale, and just kind of like fell on hard times financially, stock market crash, had some other issues that went on, and then he was diagnosed with cancer. And was all, distraught about that and tied a heavy object to himself and plunked himself right in the New River.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they saw him like, don't do it. And they couldn't get him out.
Dang.
And they say that's apparently a good sign of hauntings is people that commit suicide. A lot of times then they're trapped. They don't make it to the other side because it's not resolved properly. Virginia.
And they're filled with regret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of it. Yeah, talking about the cold. Now, cold or I guess chilly is good for Halloween. Where Christy is, it's not great. She said, I was listening yesterday's After the Show podcast, and I'm laughing at you all. It is 46 degrees right now in Green Bay at 8:15 a.m.
Ooh, that's chilly.
The high today is 48.
Ooh.
Nothing good about cold Halloweens unless you like spending time and money on costumes and covering them up with winter coats and hats. You have to pick costumes that you can wear layers under. It's not great. You guys crack me up every day. I anxiously wait for the show to come on.
Aww.
I wouldn't need to make a retraction because I'm going to get called out on it. It was not the Lutz. It's Ed and Lorraine Warren. They are the ones that were like the doctors or the main people. That's the people that the death psychics and the mediums really hold in high regard.
Okay.
I just niggered again. You're fucking wrong, Jaybird.
And that's just from us.
I know.
This is from Farah. She said, I heard Virginia talking about Jason's movie premiere, but I don't think she mentioned how to go, whether it's open to the public or do we need to buy tickets. Just curious because my sister's birthday is the 26th, and I know taking her to the movie premiere to celebrate would be awesome and a great way to pay back to her all those years that she let me live with her rent-free. That's all it takes, huh? Beautiful.
Yeah, I know. It's setting the bar real low. But all right.
Even.
Yeah, shitty horror movie, rent-free. I don't know.
Years and years of free rent. Even.
Yeah, it's going to be this Saturday, October 28th. Get there at 5 p.m. It's a $5 cover. Will you handle the address or whatever?
I will. So it's right there at the PGA Arts Center. It used to be that theater in the Lomans Plaza, right there at PGA and 95. As soon as you exit 95, it's kind of backed up in there. If you don't know exactly where it is, Google the PGA Arts Center.
Yeah, it's right here, 4128 PGA Boulevard, Palm Beach Gardens.
Yeah, you'll find it. It's an older movie theater that now they've turned into a performing theater, and they've got 2 productions actually going. So after our movie is over, they do a live theatrical production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's Rocky Horror Live, so you can stick around for that too if you're really in a fun mood.
Cool.
And there's alcohol there too.
Yes, they do have a full concessions with beer and wine and all that.
Brittany sent this email. She's got some maid of honor drama. She needs a little bit of advice. She said, I'm having a destination wedding in March to New Orleans.
Oh.
I've been planning this wedding for over a year, and I got thousands of dollars wrapped up into it. Well, my maid of honor got engaged last weekend, and she just informed me that she's getting married in February. She lives in Texas. I live in West Palm, and she wants people there for the entire week to do bachelorette party things as well. She also wants to get married on a Friday, so it's cheaper for her. I don't know how to discuss this with her without her getting mad, but I'm already taking a week off for my wedding less than a month after she wants to get married, and I don't have that much PTO or money to spend. Her wedding would be during the month I'm having to save up and finish paying off vendors and stuff like that. Any advice is appreciated.
That is a mess. Because you were engaged first, and you had your date first, and now she's coming along and picking a date just a month before yours.
She poached your date. She's poaching.
That's not really cool.
Why is that a big deal, though?
Because both of these weddings require taking off time from work, and you've got to plan this sort of stuff months in advance. I mean, you're talking about February. That's like right around the corner.
Yeah, not too long. I get it. I mean, honestly, I think, we get so bent out of shape about what people are going to think and things like that. And if you never come from a place of bad intentions and you come from a place of actual need and you say, hey, look, congratulations, I'm really happy for you. Help me solve this problem. Sometimes put it on their plate and say, here's what my issue is. I can't get that much time off work and I don't have enough money to be able to do both. So either one, you got to help me come up with a solution, or two, just be understanding of the fact that I'm not going to be able to be there at all or half the time.
What a bitch. You're such a bridezilla.
Yeah, if you try to come at it like that, I hope it goes well for you. But from the sound of her tone, it sounds like she's afraid of her already.
That's a fun friendship.
And how the girl's going to react. I mean,
that's just it. I mean, we got to get a little bit of forgiveness for people.
I agree. I think people want off with the head too soon because,
But you got to remember, I mean, your happiness is the most important, and you had your wedding scheduled first, and for her to schedule hers right before yours, like on such short notice,
I don't get these wedding rules.
that's going to be tricky.
And sometimes there's just not a win-win in life. This is just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know?
So the one person's not allowed to get married because the other one's called the date? Nah, I don't know if I like that.
No, she is, but I think her thing
Yeah.
is she's just saying, okay, she's going to expect me to come for the whole week. I can't get that much time off work, and I don't have that much money.
And the ceremony's on a Friday,
Right.
so it saves her money, but then that makes it really inconvenient for your guests. If you have your guests flying in from anywhere, you should do your wedding on a Saturday.
Okay, gives them a day to kind of get in, get checked into the hotel,
Yes.
get settled.
If you have a destination wedding that you plan on a Friday or a Sunday, a lot of your guests aren't going to be able to swing it because they have jobs. And I hate to break it to you, your wedding is not that important to them.
That's my point about
It's
people's weddings.
your wedding, not theirs.
That's why I always get annoyed with this shit, because people think because they have a wedding going on, everything in the world must stop, and that's just not realistic.
It's not.
It's
And
not at all.
No one is going to care about your wedding as much as you do.
Exactly.
You have to be happy with how you do things, but you have to also know that if you plan your wedding on a Friday and you want everybody there all week in Texas, it's probably not going to work out for everybody.
I had someone that had a wedding on Monday,
Monday?
and I just told them, I go, there's
What kind
no
of shit is that?
I go, there's no way I can do
Monday?
it. I go, there's no way I can
Yeah.
make it, and that's just the way it had to be.
Monday's zero fun.
You just got to be happy people show up because it is really tough. Everybody's limited on vacation and funds. And
Don't put so much pressure on your
Yeah.
fucking guests. Good Lord.
Don't.
I wouldn't want anybody to ever be miserable being in an event that was
No.
about me. That is the worst thing to ever have. I would rather have nobody there
Me too.
and just be
Well,
standing there by myself. I'd be cool with that.
These brides get it in their head. This is my day. This is my day.
No.
My friends need to be here to support me. And if they're not supporting me, they don't care about me.
You nailed it when you said not everyone gives a shit about it. It's just, if I was to get married, I would not expect people to be as excited as I would. That's never going to happen, but I wouldn't expect it.
Don't put expectations on everyone else for your big day. It's your big day, not their big day.
The way I look at it, I want a friendship with me to be easy. And I want you to feel like you get more out of it than what you put into it. To me, that is a good friendship where somebody be going, I want to be friends with that guy because it's easy and I get a lot of cool things out of it. And it's great, and I'm not expected to do a lot. When you're in a friendship or a relationship and you don't get a lot out of it and a lot is expected of you and it's very much lopsided, that's not a great friendship to be in. Nobody wants to be your friend. And to me, it's a basic, easy, general rule of friendship.
I'm 100% behind you.
Got this email from Elizabeth. She said, hey, I've been struggling to make a decision for a while. I need your help. I work for a small company where the HR person is also best friends with the office manager.
Uh-oh.
The owner was married to the office manager, but left her for a younger woman, one who also happened to be an employee about a year ago.
Oh, no.
My office manager is a maniac. She is mean, unprofessional, and a loose cannon. It is like walking on eggshells here every single day. And just to give you a quick example, I was hired by an outside source who she felt threatened her job. And when on my second day, she pulled me in her office and acted like she was training me, but really she was prying me for information, which I happily gave because I had nothing to hide. But then she told me that if I told anybody, she would fire me and make sure I never worked in this town again.
Oh, my gosh.
This kind of behavior has progressed and even gotten worse, and she even physically came at me once, then
What?
lied and said I threatened her.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, the owner is amazing and nice and kind, but he won't fire her, so going to him would just make things worse. I am the only person in the office who gets treated like this, and I don't know what to do. There is a lot of opportunity with this company, but is it worth the price of my sanity? I am married and I got 3 small children. My husband works full-time, but simply doesn't make enough money to support us, even for a short time. Please help the scaredy cat.
You need to remember that you spend so much time at work in your life that if you're not happy, if you're stressed, if you're walking around on eggshells, if you're scared and it's just not worth it. You can find another place to work where you can be comfortable and be happy. It sounds like she's entrenched there with all the drama that has happened. It doesn't sound like she's going anywhere, this office manager. And if she really makes your life that miserable, life is short. way too short to spend it being miserable. You need to start actively looking for something else. You don't quit until you have something else lined up, but you do need to start looking for happy. Seek out happy.
Yeah.
You never go wrong if you seek out happiness.
I think sometimes too you can be so in a drama situation you don't even realize that you're in it so thick, and that it's easier to get out of than you even realize. Like you're saying, you could get out of this job if you do it the right way.
Yeah, you really could. This is not the end-all, be-all for you.
No.
You can absolutely go around, talk to other people, talk to friends maybe that you have that are in the same field, and ask them, hey, do you know about any openings? As soon as you put feelers out there, you'll be surprised how many people actually say, oh, yeah, I do know so-and-so's hiring, or this is going on.
Whether it's work or friendship or relationship, I don't think you should ever stay in a situation where, not to say that you bail on hard times, but if it's so miserable and it's working your soul over, you need to get the hell out of there, because you're right, life is way too short.
And this business manager, she's not going anywhere. She's entrenched.
Oh yeah, she's not good. She's got a good spot.
She does.
She's not. Yeah.
You got to make the move, and you got to do it for you.
You got to hope like a viral video goes about that one woman, like she's yelling at someone at the grocery store and she gets fired.
You never know, yeah. I honestly hope, pray, and then you never know. Something might happen where you come in one day and it's like, oh, guess what? She was let go, or she decided to find another job, and you never know. Those kind of things do work out.
She was doing Kane with the janitor, and we caught it on film.
Mm-hmm. Well, either say yes, you agree, or give me an alternate for the best breakfast at your fast food restaurants. This is according to Thrill List, and at Burger King, they say French toast sticks are the best. Yes, or something else?
Bullshit.
What else?
Anything with the croissants
The croissant.
are good.
Yeah, they do
A
a
croissant.
great croissant.
Okay. Their next one, at Wendy's, the honey butter chicken biscuit. Available only till 10:30 a.m. Yes, or give me a replacement.
Sounds delicious. I've never had Wendy's breakfast.
I am going to say good.
It looks amazing. It looks like it's got so much butter dripping down over the fried chicken.
Chick-fil-A does that too, the honey butter breakfast biscuits with the chicken.
Yeah, those things are absolutely amazing. That is the best thing. In fact, the chicken minis that they have, not so drenched in butter, but the biscuits are fantastic, and the chicken is amazing. So, yeah, that's really good stuff. What about at Subway? They say the steak, egg, and cheese for breakfast. That is the best thing to get there.
I've never been a steak guy for breakfast. Nah, I don't like it.
You got an alternate?
I don't really do breakfast at Subway. Now, if you want to talk about their cheese bread I get, I'll fuck that up every single day.
All right. At Taco Bell, breakfast crunch wrap. Yes, or is there something else better on the menu?
I'd try it. I never had it.
Yeah, you did. You've had it before.
I did?
You sure did.
I had it, Kevin. I loved it.
Okay.
I remember I had it with you. They brought some in.
Whoops.
They say, yeah, it's got a lot going for it. It's massive, and it's messy, hot. It's got a great breakfast mode. You can get sausage, bacon, eggs, cheese.
Are you more bacon or sausage?
More sausage.
Really? Sausage sometimes has those like hard bally things in it, and it kind of grosses me out. It's like you're eating it and then
It's called cartilage.
I know, and that's what grosses
That
me
is
out
gross,
about
yeah.
it.
I don't get that very often.
Really? I'll get that. I'll get that in cheeseburgers sometimes.
Yeah, I'm totally lying, though, because I've had a lot of bacon. I do a lot of bacon these days. So.
Bacon's fun, too.
Yeah.
I like it thick, though. You better have a thick piece of bacon.
Yeah, you're trendy, Kev. Millennials love bacon.
That's
man.
right, baby. Also, at Sonic, they say the breakfast toaster. Best breakfast item that you can get there. It's a Texas toast packed with eggs, American cheese, your choice of bacon, ham, or sausage.
They got that Pillsbury one, the strudel you can put in there, and it's real flaky, and you can like knock off the flakes, and I don't know, just play with them. They're fun.
Starbucks, they say the slow roasted ham Swiss and egg breakfast sandwich.
Oh, I like me I'm into like a Swiss run right now. I'm loving some Swiss cheese.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think that's what I get a lot. I get that, and it's actually pretty good. You can get it. I think it's only like 200 calories, something like that.
I always get the protein box at Starbucks.
Okay. Yeah, they got some good stuff. In fact, my wife just this last week, she got me the steak wrap at Starbucks. They got some pretty good stuff there for breakfast.
I'll tell you who has good steak subs. I know we're doing breakfast, but steak is still kind of relatable here. Jersey Mike's steak sub. Get the giant one. It's almost like 2 people have to carry it. If you like steak subs, they got a good one.
Nice.
Is it a foot long?
It is, I think, more than a foot long.
It's 7 feet long.
They call it the gigantic.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You better have a truck.
They cut it in 4, like there's 4 big sandwiches. It's a long-ass sub, and then they cut it.
And McDonald's Thrill List says the best breakfast option is the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Yes, or something else?
No.
It's the bagel, the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel one. I used to, when I was heavier, I would eat 2 of those in the morning with 3 hash browns with a big-ass Coke.
The best McDonald's breakfast sandwich is the McGriddle. By far, it's the McGriddle.
Look.
Griddle.
To each.
They say if you had them, and we do not, at White Castle, the breakfast waffle slider.
Ooh.
That sounds good.
Is what they say, yes. They say it is cracked egg fried and topped with a zesty sausage patty smothered in cheese and cradled between 2 semi-sweet, semi-crunchy Belgian waffles.
So the waffle is the bun.
Yes.
Love it.
That's an interesting little mix there. You could dip that if you had some syrup, you could put syrup on that on top of it.
Is this torture
dang.
for you? This is like, this is torture talking about. This doesn't make you so hungry? This makes me so hungry.
Yeah, no, it sounds good.
Oh.
Kevin already ate them.
I ate. I'm
He
good.
ate his little healthy diet meal, so
That's
he's not
why.
freaking out. You didn't eat yet.
It's like when you play with yourself, you're not horny. I haven't played with myself in a sense of eating. Like you already ate.
You don't
so
eat in the morning, do you?
I don't. I don't eat until about 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and then you eat a lot and then go right to bed, don't you?
I eat a lot at nighttime. Nighttime is where I really.
a carb load, then I pass out.
It's kind of the exact opposite of what they recommend.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
Believe me, I get it. I need to make changes. I understand this.
Somebody texted in and said, can Virginia give the recipe for that Kit Kat quesadilla that she made last year?
Man, it was so good.
Y'all took it down.
was good. Oh, I think we put Kit Kat fluff, that marshmallow fluff, peanut butter, and then a little chocolate sauce. And if you just grill it up like that, it'll melt really nice.
I'm so excited because Virginia made me potato soup. Yeah, she forgot it today. We're not going to focus on that part. But she made me a shit ton of potato soup she's bringing in tomorrow.
I made a whole batch and I left it in the fridge like a big dummy.
Oh, dang.
I'll be thinking about
Virginia.
that. I'll be thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's so cheesy and potatoey.
Not many people do potato soup.
And
I
when they
did it
do,
for
they
you.
leave it at home.
I know.
I did it for you and then came and told you about it. What a great friend.
Mandy said at Panera, go with the Asiago bagel. It's my jam. I do that. I think, Panera has some really good breakfast stuff. They need to put the best stuff at Panera on there because I find some really good breakfast options there.
I actually would love to sit down with the Panera people because I got some ideas to even up their game, in my opinion.
Potato
Panera's-
soup?
It's good, but it's expensive.
It's not the cheapest, for sure. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I really do like Panera. I think they do really good stuff.
All right. Well, you got any suggestions? You can let us know.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
So hungry, huh?
Yeah, I am. That's what I meant by that analogy.
You really could have used that potato soup.
Oh, I totally could. You really blew this one, Sinicki. She's eating her soup in front of me.
She's just having a good old time.
Taunting.
Enjoying her meal. Just sitting back. Just give you a quick little rundown food-wise. Coming up on Thursday, you can get free sushi at participating P.F. Chang's.
Wow.
Just to let you know.
How?
Just show up, I guess.
That's
Doesn't
pretty
sound like there's any
cool.
strings attached.
You have to dress up like a fish. That's the only way they'll do it. Are you a sushi guy?
Yeah, I am.
God,
I'm
cannot
more
stand
sashimi,
it.
but I do both actually. I kind of like a little bit of the rice.
Me
It's just
too.
more filling, but I'll do the sashimi.
It's fun to do both.
If you only ate sushi, let's just say I went to just a sushi diet. I'm eating
Yeah.
all raw fish and I'm just drinking water. I would probably lose a shit ton of weight, would I not?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, you look at, for instance, like that's the primary the diet of Japanese people. you don't see a lot of heavy Japanese people.
Well, even if if I cut out all of the crap that I was eating, but I was just replacing that with sushi, even eating it at nighttime, if I even ate sushi all day long, I think I would still lose weight, no?
Yeah, I mean, your body's still about calories. I mean, don't get so hung up on, eating at night. Some people do. That's not the reason. It's basically it all just boils down to you consume more calories than you burn off.
If you eat peanut butter pie at 11:30 at night,
Which you did.
after a night of drinking,
And you don't have the opportunity to burn off those calories, and they just sit, and then your body's like going, all right, guess we're just going to put a little fat there and a little fat there.
How many calories does masturbating burn?
there's different, depending on how...
Because I know after you ate that pie, you tugged your pud.
No, that's not... I usually try to masturbate first and then eat. That's kind of my... I don't like to feel fat.
Do you wash your hands in between?
Of course I don't.
Oh.
It's just me.
Yeah, come on. I don't give a shit.
It's all good. Got to get a little protein in there.
Oh, I don't eat it.
Oh.
No, I do wash my hands, Virginia.
Sure you don't.
All righty. That's going to do it for us. Thank you for all the emails. Thanks for locking us in. We will talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.